Today's movie proves that not all remakes suck. Some of them bite, too. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, and today we're tackling Tom Savini's zombie remake, Night of the Living Dead, 1990. Released in 1990. Duh. This one is a great example of how you can remake a beloved film and pay tribute to the original while also making something uniquely your own. George Romero was involved with this project, which was designed to help him profit from his original creation. As the story goes, Romero had a monetary dispute with the original Night of the Living Dead distributor over profits. Even worse, the film was shipped out without a copyright notice. This meant anyone could sell copies of Romero's film without paying him a penny, which is why you've seen so many shoddy copies of the 1968 film floating around over the years. The remake was a way to correct this issue. It's all more detailed than that, but for this review, that's the basic gist. Savini was originally hired to do FX work, but took over directorial duties after talking with Romero. This was the FX legend's directorial debut, and not the most pleasant of experiences, as we'll discuss in a bit. While it might not have been a great experience for Savini, it was definitely one for 18-year-old me. The film released the day after my 18th birthday, and I was front and center at the theater to see it. This was one of those titles we rented so often from the video store that I eventually hooked up 2 VCRs and recorded my own copy just to save money. The good old days. I'm happy to say that in 2024, this one still holds up. But enough about that. Can Savini's Ode to the Living Dead eat enough brains to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Oh, and before we get started, today's video is sponsored by patrons Ren Hayes, Miguel Chavez, and my extraordinarily talented artist pal Chet Czar. If you'd like to help sponsor some videos and free me from the shackles of YouTube's tyranny, you'll find a link to my Patreon in the pinned comment and description below. And now, let's get bloody. We fade in on some credits. George A. Romero presents. God, I miss you, George. Menahem Golan production? I mean, that almost makes this an official canon release. Hey, it's a title card. You could say this movie is mooning us. Must be a little shy since behind that tree. And straight to the most famous line of the original.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Tony Todd. Press F to pay respects. I still can't believe Tony's gone. This was my introduction to Tony Todd and his first horror film. Another fun fact is that both Lawrence Fishburne and ER's Eric LaSalle auditioned for the part of Ben. Apparently Ving Rhames was considered too. I think Savini made the right choice. Patricia Tallman, no relation to Angus Scrimm and Phantasm, went to college with Savini and had worked on Romero's Night Riders. Hey, Tom Towles is back! I think we last saw him in Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. And Bill Moseley? This movie's cast is made up of horror royalty. Anyway, Tom and Bill would eventually reteam for House of a Thousand Corpses. And here's another fun fact. This is Tom Savini's actual Mercedes. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Tallman here could have been the mother of that girl in the popular Triggered meme. And here comes Bill Moseley.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
His zombie walk is pretty good. I love that he wears driving gloves. If we didn't already know he was a douche, this would be all the info we needed. Anyway, Barbara is not pleased.
Mother! You bastard.
Now, cut. Linda Day George, can you help her with this line read?
Bastard! Bastard!
Oh, look, they've got company.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Talking zombies? Why not? And jump scare.
It's weird, huh?
But she gives him a taste of her pimp foot. You could say she's gonna bring him to heel. By God, the missing link is setting up Jim Cornette for the suplex. That's an early JR this week. Oh, maybe this was the tombstone. Anyway, Barbara's like, thanks for killing my obnoxious brother. I'd like you to take me to the prom. Here, let me help you with your corsage. She flees back to the Bens, but these zombies are hungry, and now she looks like a takeout meal. But don't worry, she's got a backup plan. Literally. Yeah, just gonna make like a tree and leave. Oh, look, she ran right back into the credits. Hey, is anyone here? I'm about to bail. Directed by Tom Savini. As discussed earlier, this was Savini's directorial debut. He describes the experience as, quote, the worst nightmare of my life. Between interference from Golan and the other producers, particularly when Romero wasn't around, and the MPAA giving an early cut of the film an X rating, Savini says about 40% of his vision made it to the screen. If you notice here, the nameplate says M. Celeste, which was Savini's nod to the Mary Celeste, a boat found abandoned in the Atlantic in 1872. Crew and one lifeboat were missing, even though the boat was in good shape. They were never found, and no one knows why they fled. The house here was a nod to that mystery. No one's here, but she's heading in the back door.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. The back door of the house. Entering a house uninvited in Western PA. Good way to get shot, lady. Clearly, she never read Goldilocks. This is not gonna end well. Oh yeah, this place is a real fixer-upper, too. Roof's got a blood leak. Must be the Addams family place, because here's thing to lend a hand. Oh, this guy isn't a zombie. He's just blasted on Iron City Light from the Steelers tailgate earlier. Even in death, this dude's here to sell you some term life insurance. And I hope he's current on his policy, because he's gonna need it. Hey, it's Candyman! I didn't hear anyone say his name, though. Must have broke canon. Be my victim. Hey, you guys are early. Pens don't drop the puck till 7. Tony Todd immediately goes on the tack. Let's see how this pans out. About like you'd expect, honestly. Well, he's busy in the kitchen. This zombie's looking for a snack. Live look at me pushing the Avon ladies out. No, I do not need any skin so soft. Feel my hands. They're softer than a baby's behind. Now Barbara's teaching this zombie how to work on his poker face. Tony, the glass is broken. I'm not sure locking this door is going to do anything. Let me in. So hungry. Just need a Primanti Brothers sandwich. Gonna be a lot of Pittsburgh references this week. You won't be able to pass for a Yinzer by the time we're done. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and guess this guy is never gonna dance again.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm.
Oh yeah, Tony Todd doling out pimp hands like it's the first of the month. Alright, just gonna crowbar this in to your skull. Here's a live look at me, watching the ceiling fan, wondering where my life went so wrong. And I suppose this is as good a time as any for introductions.
My name is Ben. What's your name?
Moon establishing shot. Yeah, this is part of the Charlotte's Web cinematic universe confirmed. She's writing, that's some zombie apocalypse. Wait, this place doesn't even have indoor plumbing. It's the zombie apocalypse and I have to take the Browns to the Super Bowl in an outhouse? Yeah, I better take some matches because I had Taco Bell for lunch. Oh, and Tony's gonna teach us how to kill zombies, just in case you've never seen a zombie movie before.
The only way to stop him, you gotta get him in the head.
But I guess he never saw Return of the Living Dead.
It ain't no kind of chemical that I ever heard about can make a dead man walk.
But hey, he summed up 2024 pretty well.
This is pure hell on earth.
House establishing shot. Even though we never left the house. And now it's time to get armed.
There's gotta be guns in this house.
Well, yeah, it's Western Pennsylvania. And there's probably a whole arsenal in the basement man cave surrounded by crocheted Steelers blankets. See? He already found the Red Ryder BB gun. Now let's hope he doesn't shoot his eye out. And they've got company.
Don't shoot, mister! It's just us!
Who the hell is us?
Oh yeah, sweet Iron City beer sweatshirt. But he had to cut the barcode off 1,000,000 cases to get enough points for that. And a Steelers hat. Here we go, Steelers, here we go. This guy is fucking peak Yinzer. Probably stopped at Giant Eagle on his way over. It is funny to see Tom Towles without his mustache, though.
You damn near broke my arm here, Mr. Ben.
Well, at least he didn't call him Uncle Ben, I guess. Well, you guys are blabbing. I'm just gonna grab me some pierogies from the icebox. And we've got a real power struggle starting here.
If we're gonna do something, let's do it. If we're gonna stand around and bullshit, let's do it in the cellar where it's safe.
I'm not so sure going down in that cellar is a smart move.
I'm with Ben. The cellar feels like a literal dead end. And this guy is not taking the zombie apocalypse well. Does this mean the Pirates season is canceled? Trust me, kid, after the 1992 playoffs, you'll pray for every Pirate season to be canceled and curse the name of Sid Bream. And they've got more guests. We're gonna need to run to Sheets for more Iron City. Tom's got on a tux and is spewing insult. It's like he's Don Rickles.
Idiots! You lame brains!
Do you kids even remember Don Rickles? Christ, I'm old. Oh, good. Their daughter's been bit. I'm sure this is nothing to be alarmed about. Upstairs, these guys are boarding up the house. They've really nailed it. Yeah, we're gonna need this for the tables, ladders, and chairs match later. I'm just gonna tell Sterling these two are the Dudley boys. This is basically how I walk home from the bar if I forget to take my Z-Biotics. But even with all this preparation, the zombies are getting a little handsy. Let me in! I just want to watch Pitt kick West Virginia's ass in the backyard brawl. Looks like everyone's getting hammered in here right now. House establishing shot. You know, even though we were just in the house. Tom and Ben head upstairs. Let me show you my 1-inch punch. I've been practicing. Hey, found the TV and rabbit ears. At least we can still watch Chilly Billy on Chiller Theater on Channel 11 tonight. Look, I grew up around Pittsburgh. I'm moving back to Pittsburgh in a couple years, and Romero and zombies are Pittsburgh icons. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, Ben needs to get in the basement, but Cooper isn't letting him in because he's busy giving his wife a heaping helping of pimpin'. I know what you got, Cooper? I've been hit harder by a virgin daiquiri. Tony Todd is not a fan of this either. What did I tell you about smacking ladies, Cooper? And now Karen's had enough of both of them.
This is our house! This is Tommy's house! Here's you all playing Brewster with it!
Anyway, downstairs, the daughter is looking great. Nothing to be alarmed about at all. But don't just take my word for it.
One of those people, bitter on the arm.
Yeah, I guess none of these people have ever seen a zombie movie before. This scene is just like the one at my house every time my girlfriend insists her Nissan Armada is a car.
It's a truck.
I mean, it's literally built on a truck chassis. Guess it's time to put on my big girl pants. And now she's Annie Oakley. This is me trying to hold back Black Friday shoppers before opening when I worked retail as a kid. Yeah, just like a cartel video. This is basically me every time someone insists Halloween 3 doesn't suck. I can't hear you, I'm not listening. Great, we've got an army of Encyclopedia Britannica salesmen incoming. Inside, Cooper's clearly been a middle manager earlier in life. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand here and watch everyone work, then take all the credit for it, baby. Tony Todd is really pounding one out.
Hell yeah.
No, I meant this nail. Sure, it's the zombie apocalypse, but it's not like these dead guys are gonna need this TV. Finders keepers. Hey, I called dibs on the idiot box, Cooper. Look out, Ron Simmons is about to lock him in the full Nelson. Man, I really gotta poop, but there's a lot of zombies between me and the crapper. We know you've got donuts with Jimmy's in there. Let us in. Anyway, Tony and the Yinzers are gonna make a break for it to get some gas. Stop, you're gonna flood it. Wait for me. After losing Ben on a curve, things get even worse.
These are the wrong keys! What? These are the wrong damn keys!
Yeah, this is probably not a great idea. Looks like the zombies are having barbecue tonight. Now Tony Todd's surrounded by zombies, which just means it's time for more pimpans. And if you've been waiting for the sick daughter is now a zombie payoff, you're in luck. Yeah, she probably just got up to pee. I'm sure this is nothing to be alarmed about. Honey, I brought you some TP. Oh yeah, she's looking great. Very healthy. Meanwhile, Tony Todd's still holding his own in this year's King of the Ring. Inside, Cooper's showing what a jagoff he is, leaving Barbara to the zombies while he tries to steal her rifle. But now the tables have turned. But he got the gun. Say hello to my little friend. Before he can retreat back to the cellar, he's got a visitor. She's Daddy's little zombie. And rather than shoot the zombie, he shoots Tony Todd. What a dick. Don't worry though, Barb's gonna put her down like she's old Yeller. And Tony Todd returns fire. Jesus, it's like the OK Corral in here. This is a place where Savini's film really stays true to the worldview of Romero's films. Romero made it pretty clear that mankind could handle the zombies. We have science, the military, weapons, and intelligence. But mankind always fails in his films because we can't put aside our own differences in the face of a common enemy. Seems even more apropos in today's world. They've spent more time fighting each other than the zombies that want to eat them. Just a flesh wound. I'll rub some dirt on it and walk it off. Tony's in worse shape.
I'm hurt bad.
And here come the zombies. Looks like Tony's going to the cellar after all. Hard not to look at this more action-oriented Barbara in this film and not think it was an inspiration for a character like Carol on The Walking Dead. That being said, I still hate The Walking Dead. See, I told you they were having barbecue. These ribs are to die for. Hey, Trow, you doing? Guys, you can use the door. And surprise, Mom's a zombie. Well, a dead zombie. And Tony's still stuck in the cellar. Yeah, I got nothing better to do. Maybe I can pick up Art Bell Show to pass the time. Listen to the audio.
Reach any of the rescue stations identified in previous advisories. They may no longer be in operation.
That was George Romero doing the voice work. Oh, hey, it's the gas pump key. A little late for that. Back outside, Babs has found some more humans. But since these are rural redneck yinzers, I'm not really sure this is better than the zombies. See? This one's already locking in the sleeper hold. Moon establishing shot. Get to the chopper. I wonder if they're going to drop F. Murray Abraham out of this thing. One thing is for certain, though. Not even the zombie apocalypse can stop yinzers from tailgating before a Steelers game. Zombie Fight Club. Wait, we're not supposed to talk about that. And zombie piñatas. And here's your social commentary.
They're us. We're them and they're us.
Oh hey, they made it back to the house. I bet there's a swerve ending coming. And zombie wiener roast. Well, at least for the male ones in this pile anyway. Yeah, they probably should have let Bill Moseley do the chainsaw work. I mean, he's experienced. And swerve. Oh, hey, Zombie Ben. And wasted. Like this is GTA. Or maybe Left 4 Dead. But there's still one more jump scare. It's like hanging with Mr. Cooper. Just insert your own Christ I'm old there. But here comes another swerve. Deader than my character in the Elden Ring DLC. Woohoo! Who's ready for some s'mores? And she's thinking some deep thoughts. If the zombies eat brains, were any of these morons really in danger? And cue credits. So, what have we learned from Night of the Living Dead 1990? Well, for starters, that it's proof that not all remakes suck. Savini has pulled off the difficult task of remaking one of the genre's bona fide classics, and he's managed to do it while staying true to the original film, but also tweaking things just enough to make the film uniquely his own. I would have loved to have seen what Savini would have made if they'd just turned him loose and let him do it the way he wanted, but even this compromised and interfered with version is still pretty damn great. But Savini did it to help his friend George Romero make money on his most infamous creation after losing the copyright to the original is just a real testament to the fact that there's still good in the world. Beyond that, watching this right after Tony Todd's passing hit me right in the feels. Tony was a legend, and while everyone will rightfully remember him for his masterful portrayal of Candyman, his work here shows why horror fans adored him no matter what the role was. He was a one-of-a-kind talent, and his absence will be felt for a long time to come. Rest in peace, Tony. But enough about that. Can Tom Savini give us another 5 barf bag splatterfest? Let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, Savini's version of Night of the Living Dead delivers. We're treated to plenty of gooey zombies, multiple headshots, zombies eating people, burnt corpses, and more. Savini obviously had to compromise to avoid an X rating, but there's still plenty of good splatter here. Just maybe not quite on the level you were expecting after seeing his work in Day of the Dead. But there's more than enough here to give Night of the Living Dead 1990 a 4 barf bag rating. This one's a sick flick. Looking for another movie inspired by Romero's Night of the Living Dead? Then be sure to check out my review of Flesh Eater. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.